You're watching CoastLife with Leah Rizzo and Charlie Sakaitis.
In our slow march towards everything that happened in the 1930s, apparently Zeppelins are back in the news.
That is what they say. So I'm going to pull up my facts here so that we get this all correct. After the Hindenburg disaster of 1937, a few modern companies say that it's time for liftoff again. Backed by cutting-edge tech, safer materials, new-age airships that they're saying will aim to carry cargo first, but eventually passengers, while cutting down carbon emissions by up to 90%.
Okay.
Are you buying it?
I'm not buying this at all. I'm not actually worried about the safety component here because I do think they now know how to use. They're not going to use the same stuff that they did when the Hindenburg exploded.
Materials will be different.
Just fell out of the sky. But when you say Zeppelin, I just go, yeah, sure. Why can't we take twice the time to go half as far as, say, a train or a plane or a boat?
Yes.
Those things do not move all that fast. So I just don't necessarily see the utility here because they can't carry as much as a boat or a train. They go slower than both, or maybe at least slower than the train.
I think luxury travel is where they might end up hitting that sweet spot of like, tour Antarctica from the sky.
It's just not going to do it
Rich
for
people
me.
will spend money on anything. And if you say that that's the new luxury way to get around, they'll be like, oh yes, of course, I must take to the sky.
Because rich people have private planes. And again, that's better.
I don't know. I feel like if rebranded correctly.
No, I'm out. Could we please just get some high-speed rail? Can we get some things that actually are useful for a lot of people and connect us through parts of the country? It would be wonderful.
They're saying 400-foot behemoths gliding gracefully through the sky at up to 80 miles an hour.
Again, 400-foot behemoths. How big is the cargo space, though?
I don't know.
Because it's much smaller than that.
But it's one of the Google co-founders saying that they're thinking about backing the project while others are being built already in Britain and Canada. The big question, of course, being can these things turn a profit is what.
And the big answer is no.
They say there is a sweet spot for slow, clean, and scenic travel from hauling timber out of forests to floating tourists over the Arctic.
I just don't buy it. I don't. Honestly, the Arctic is maybe the only place that to me it would make some sense to do it. But everywhere else, I think that there are more convenient ways to do it, cheaper ways to do it. The amount you would have to charge to make this fiscally viable to me just doesn't make a lot of sense. And I think you would run out of customers pretty quick.
I think for me, a huge lover of the steampunk aesthetic, this is a step in the right direction for air travel because it's so much cooler looking.
So we just vehemently disagree on this one, and I need to bring it to you people at home. If we were to bring back the Zeppelin, is this something you would be interested in?
This is the kind of thing that I think if I did have millions of expendable dollars, I would be like, yeah, we'll fly over the Arctic in a Zeppelin. Sure, why not?
Nah, you can miss me on that. I'm out. I don't want to do it. I'm going to find a different way to do the things I want to do. To me, again, it just seems, slow, it seems inefficient, and it seems like it's a lot of work and maybe even still a little dangerous.
Could still be a little bit dangerous. I mean, I'm not saying I want to be the first guy on a Zeppelin. I want to be like maybe round 3, a couple of practice runs, and then I'm like, okay, yeah, now we're good to go.
But I'm just sticking with my main point. Hey, Google guys, with all the money, give us some high-speed rail. That's what I want. That'll connect us. We can move more people around, and it will be a boon for everybody, far more than I care about the Zeppelin.
Steampunk could do trains too. I'm saying we can still have cooler aesthetics as we work towards the future.
I'm all in favor of us having cooler aesthetic. I'd love to see that, but I just this is not my bag.
It's not for you.
Not buying it.
Airships aren't for you.
No.
That's all right. Well, like we said, we'll turn it over to you. What are your thoughts on Zeppelins? Yay or nay? If you had the millions, would you spend it on a ride? You can let us know on our socials, or you can always email us, team@coastlife.com. But of course, we've got some more Coast Life to get to. That's coming your way.